Hello coders, welcome to Refresh Coding. My name is Madhulika and in this video we are going to talk about Terraform. So what is Terraform? Basically it is an infrastructure as code tool that lets you build, change and version infrastructure safely and efficiently. So basically it is used to automate infrastructure on any cloud. So it is infrastructure as a code tool means what? You just code your infrastructure and automatic it will create and destroy resources on your cloud. So it is basically it can work with any cloud like Amazon Web Service, Azure, GCP, Oracle Cloud, Docker, Kubernetes, any cloud. And apart from that, Terraform cloud is also there, which is the own cloud of Terraform. So it automates your infrastructure provisioning at any scale. So basically here in this video, we are going to see how we can create a AWS EC2 instance by using Terraform. So we will be using a configuration file here. So mainly the configuration file in Terraform is written in HCL, which is a HashiCorp configuration language, and it has an extension as .tf. So we will see the file in some time. So to work with Terraform, what is the first requirement you have is you need to install Terraform in your system. So if you go to the official Terraform website, this is the official Terraform website, you can see all these things here like proper documentations are there, tutorials are there, how you can work with any cloud on Terraform, and the installation is also there. So depending on your operating system, you can install Terraform in your system. Like if you're working with Mac, you can simply run this command. If you are working with Windows, you can just download this file and do the next step and it will be installed. If you are working with Linux, you can simply run these commands in your Linux and it will be installed. So right now I'm working with Mac, and in my system actually Terraform is already installed, but still I will just quickly show you the step. So it is brew install, but you make sure brew is already installed and working in your system. Okay. So if I will say brew install Terraform, it will say that it is already installed and up to date. And if I want to reinstall, I will have to run this command brew reinstall Terraform. So it is already installed and up to date in my system. So I'll just quickly clear it. So after that, to work with Terraform, so right now we are going to work with Terraform with AWS. Like I told you, we can configure Terraform with any cloud. So right now we are going to work with Terraform and AWS. So for that, what is the most important thing? I need a configuration file, which is a .tf file written in HCL. So this is my main.tf file. So I have created this file. So here in this file, what is the most important thing which you will provide in this file is your required provider. Required provider means with which cloud you want to work. So right now I am working with AWS, so I will provide AWS here. I will give the source as HashiCorp/AWS, and this is my version. You can change the version according to your requirement. And after this, these are the variables. So what variables basically do? Here we define some of the values for our EC2 instance, which we are going to create in AWS by using this configuration file. So make sure you already have a key pair downloaded in your system for AWS EC2. How to download it? Simply when you go and create an EC2 instance manually on AWS, you will get the option to download this key pair file. So you can just keep one key pair file downloaded. It is very important. After that, here region we will give, which is US East 1. You can give any AWS region, not a problem. AMI, just take one AMI image from EC2 instance and just give one AMI image here. Now instance type is what? T2 micro. Public IP true. That means I need a public IP for this particular EC2 instance. So these are my variable values. Now I can use this variable values for any EC2 instance in AWS which I want to launch. So after that, here in provider AWS, I will give reason. So for the reason, it will look up for variable dot AWS props. Like here, I have given this variable name as AWS props. So it will look up for this and which value reason. So it will take the reason as what US East 1. So we can give this value directly also here. Like I can directly give reason as US East 1, but it is better to keep it in a variable and take it from there. What is the benefit? If suppose you want to work with 100 EC2 resources and also instead of giving values manually to every EC2 instance, we can just create a variable. We can give values and we can use that variable values in the instances. Like after this, I will create a resource here, which is a AWS instance. Project IAC is just the project name. And for all these values, I will just take the lookup from variables like AMI, instance type, public IP address. So it will take the public IP, key name. So it will take it from AWS props, key name, which is my key. After that, this root block device is there, which is optional. We can add it or we can leave it. Tags means here I will just simply give some name for my EC2 instance. Like here I have given the name as server 01, environment dev, OS Ubuntu, and managed IAC means infrastructure as a code. So now we will run some Terraform commands and we will try to, through this configuration file, we will try to create an EC2 instance on AWS. So what is the most important Terraform commands? Like here I have kept this file in my GitHub account. Here I have created one repository as Terraform demo and I have kept this main.tf file here. So I will add this link in the description. You will get this file. And here only in the README, I have specified all the Terraform commands which we are going to use for this particular demo. So the first Terraform command is we will have to initialize all these things in our system. So I will say Terraform init. Okay, before that, you need to be sure where you have kept this main.file in your system. So right now, I have created one folder in my system as Terraform demos and I have kept my main.tf file here. So what I will have to do, first I will have to navigate to this path like cd, and then my Terraform demo folder is actually in this particular folder. So I will just quickly say Terraform demo and I am inside Terraform demo now. And here my main.tf file is there. So here I will now say Terraform init, which is the initialization phase. So Terraform init will basically do what? It will load all the required providers in your system. Like right now I'm working with AWS, so it will load all the required providers. Like if you can see, you may now begin working with Terraform. So try running Terraform plan to see any changes are required for all Terraform command should now work. So basically it will load all the required providers in your system, which is required to work with AWS. After this, if I will try to run Terraform plan right now, we might get some issues. So first thing is we will see what issue we are getting. So if I will run this Terraform plan command, and there you go, it is saying that planning failed. Obviously, because see, it is getting an error because when it is trying to configure Terraform AWS provider. So the point here is, see, we have told Terraform that we are working with provider which is AWS, but we have not specified that with which particular AWS account we are working. So to provide that information first, what we will have to do, we will have to create a IAM user and we will have to take the credentials like key, security key and access key, and we will have to configure our local system with that particular account. So then only it will come to know, okay, this is a particular account where I am supposed to create the EC2 instance. Otherwise, right now, nowhere it is mentioned that where to which account you are going to work with. So now I am logged into my AWS account, and here I am in IAM console. In the users, I have created one user as Madhulika, and I'll go inside, and here in the security credential, what is the most important thing here? We will create access key here. And what is the use case? We are going to work with command line interface. So I will give CLI. I will give this I understand, next, and create access key. So here I got an access key and secret access key. Now I will have to configure my local system with this particular key so that I can work with Terraform and AWS together. So I will copy it here in my terminal. I will clear it right now. And in my terminal here, I will write AWS configure, and I will paste this key. After that, I will paste the secret key also. Okay, I have by mistake I have pasted the enter 2 times. Okay. So what I will do, I will run this AWS configure once again, and I will paste the access key. After that, I will have to copy and paste the secret access key also. So I will copy it from here and I will paste it here. Enter. Default reason name, let it be default. Output format also, let it be table. And that's it. Our AWS is configured. Means my AWS account is configured with this particular system, and now we can work with Terraform and AWS together. So now I will run the command once again, which is Terraform plan. Enter. And now if you can see, it has given us something which is plan 1 to add, 0 to change, 0 to destroy, and it is changes to output is EC2 instance. That means our Terraform is now ready to apply all these things. Okay, and the moment we will run this command Terraform apply, we will see our AWS instance created. Okay, so here I'll just go down. And now if you can see, it is telling us that if you run Terraform apply now, then our resources will be actually created on our AWS account. So I will just clear all these things. And here I will run this command Terraform apply. And then if you, it will ask you that do you want to perform this action? You will say yes. And it will take some time. And if you can see now, it is creating this project in AWS instance project as IAC. It is creating. It will take some time. And our project will be up and running. Our resource will be actually up and running on AWS. Okay, and if you can see now, apply complete resources 1 added, 0 changed, and 0 destroyed. And it has given us this EC2 instance. This is what is the public IP for our EC2 instance. So we will go back to our AWS account and we will verify. Right now, if you see no instance is running, I will just quickly reload this page. And there you go. Can you see our demo instance is up and running? And if you see this instance now, it has got a public DNS. Now, this resource is created, it is up and running on AWS. You can work with it. If you can see here, auto assigned IP address, public IP is also added. And if you remember, we have added one root block also here. So if you go here to storage, you can see one root block volume is also attached. So isn't it amazing? Like, rather than creating the instance manually, we are just running some command and our instance is up and running for us. And this is not just one instance. If we create a proper configuration file and we provide all the resources like security groups, VPC, RDS, and let's say hundreds of is2 instances, then just by running one time command, our all the resources will be created up and running. So this is what is the power of infrastructure as code, and that is why this tool Terraform is so much popular nowadays. Now suppose we have created all this infrastructure and our work is done and we want to destroy it. Then we have one command in Terraform, which is Terraform destroy, if you can see. So here I will quickly, suppose I want to destroy this resource. So even if you want to clean up the resources manually, that is also a pain. So here by just by running this one command, suppose you have created hundreds of EC2 instances, but just the moment you run this one command Terraform destroy, everything will be destroyed. All the instances will be terminated. So it will ask you, do you really want to destroy all resources? You just need to say yes. Obviously it is a dangerous thing, but if you actually want to destroy and you don't want to destroy the resources, terminate the instances manually, you can just run this one command and all your resources will be destroyed. So if you can see, it is still destroying. It will take some time, and there you go. If you can see, destroy complete, resource 1 destroyed, which is our EC2 instance which we have created. Now again we will go back to our AWS account and we will just refresh it and we will check, and if you can see, the instance state terminated, means just by running the Terraform commands you can create resources and you can terminate resources also. So that's it in this video. And if you like the video, please like it, please subscribe to the channel. If you want me to create more videos on Terraforms, then let me know in the comment. I'll be creating more proper elaborative videos on Terraform, and the GitHub link I will provide in the description. You can take this from here and you can work with it. Thank you so much.